All right, all right, all right. Is this camera frozen again? This thing's frozen up like 2 days in a row. What's the deal with that? All right, I guess it's back on. Don't tell me we're having the same problem we had yesterday where are we live or are we not? I don't know. Are we live? For whatever reason, it's not showing that I'm live. What's up, Flying? All right, now it's doing it. It's being weird. All right. Let's mark out the high and the low here. For the ES. So we do have, looks like a bearish SMT with the ES right now. We do have a bearish SMT right now. So we ran the highs already. Not really much anything on the 5-minute. What do you got this gap here? Let's mark that out. It's kind of bigger than 5 minutes, but that's all right. Relatively equal lows there as well. Relatively equal lows down here. All right, let's look at the 15-minute there. Let's mark this out. All right. This is your most obvious 1-minute gap here that we've kind of been holding. Should not be asleep. Maybe, James. Maybe. What's up, Super Tide? It's London, James. Money never sleeps. If you want to make that money, you gotta be awake. Can't make it if you're asleep. Marking it out. Got to be ready for open soon. That's right. We got to be here. All right. Not liking the look of the 2 minute here any more than the 1. Nothing's obvious in this leg. Let's check out the 3. Okay. 3 minute looks a little better here. Assuming they leave this gap open. So the first inversion that you get after you run the high typically doesn't always work. So you can see this inversion here on the 3 minute didn't really work. We did close below it. I mean, it would have been a break-even trade if you took it. Second inversion, much higher probability here. Oh, that's not even a gap there. I don't know why sometimes I can't. Sometimes I don't see stuff. Who's got time to sleep when you have Nebula on your side? Yeah, I don't even have the Nebula loaded up. Excuse me, let me do that before I forget. We will have the man, the myth, the legend, Trader Oracle on the stream tomorrow. Trader Oracle will be on the stream live tomorrow. As long as we can make it work, I think I got it figured out, so pretty sure we'll be able to. 9:15 a.m. Super Tide, 9:15 a.m. He'll join just like normal. Let's see. I mean, I guess we could use the 5 minute. I don't love using the 5 minute for our entry, but we'll see what happens here. Don't love it. Yeah, so you'll get to see my entries, his entries, and, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how she goes. So I'd like to see us leave this gap open here. Still got 3 minutes on this candle. What up, J Trades? What up? Yeah, Nebula showing a possible reversal there. Let's get a little music rolling here. Let's get a little music rolling. We are taking, this is a 100K evaluation here. $100K, $100K. You're going to give about 2 minutes on this candle here. We want to see this left open. Usually jinx it by marking it out too early, but so we want to see the top one kind of hold there. We can jump in on this one. And as long as we close below on the 5 minute on this one here, that would give us extra confirmation. We got equal lows here at 723, equal lows here at 707. And then we got the Asia low down there at 694. That would be our target to the downside. We did just also sweep yesterday's. Did we sweep yesterday's highs? I believe so. Yeah. Yesterday's highs right here. It did close above, barely. So no expansion above yesterday's high, which is kind of what we want to see there. ES just ran the Asia highs as well, so that's good to see. ES agrees. No more bearish SMT, though. You're driving back from Oklahoma? That sucks. Where are you at, James? Right now, if you're driving back from Oklahoma. Obviously in the truck, but I'm just saying what state. Let's get the right account pulled up here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know what default means. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed, let's go. All right, so did leave this gap open here. I'm currently looking for shorts, but that could change. Could change. Pretty much only looking for shorts. We have all these equal lows below here, here. So we are just looking for short inversions at this point. Even if we close above here, we would already ran the outside liquidity there. So oh, you're almost back home then. Got to grab one more blue moon. No thanks, Todd. One more blue moon. Let's go. A little early for a blue moon. I don't know, though. Where are you at? I don't think it's afternoon anywhere, is it? Todd's blue mooning it in the morning. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. One more sweep of liquidity here. One more sweep of liquidity. Closed above there, but we already ran the liquidity there. We could just, I mean, you know, we do got relatively equal highs at 774. They're not exact. 794 as well. I mean, I would expect to move back down, but we see what price offers us. So this is this gap's kind of invalid now. Still just kind of looking for the inversion here on the 5-minute. So if we close below here on the 5-minute, we'll short duck short this thing. It's 2 a.m. where you're at. It's 2 a.m. where I am, Super Todd. I guess you could be having a beer late at night. I suppose. I just woke up. You haven't been to bed yet. This thing's on a mission. That's the thing, like, your expectation is for you to be able to get a short here, but this thing could just go to the moon. We'll just wait for an inversion setup, and we'll take it if we get one. And if we don't get one, we just don't get one. I believe we will. Too many equal lows left here in this destruction of a move up. I mean, we have equal lows all over the place. Look at all these equal lows. What does that tell you? This thing's coming back eventually. Who knows when? No, I won't be up until now on. We're new. We'll be live until about 4:15, and then we'll be going back to sleep. We shall be going back to sleep. Sleep is needed. This is kind of an odd looking gap here, but it's nonetheless a gap, right? So we'll mark it out. A 2-minute gap there as well. Looks a little cleaner. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Mm, 3-minute, probably the cleanest at this point. We'll just keep waiting for the inversion. That's all we'll do. We'll eventually get it. I mean, price could just run on up into the 70s there if it wants to. ES above 68. All the way up to the 70. 77's the next level up per Mancini. In a low one. What platform? This is Quan Tower. Quan Tower for the win. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you are interested in trading futures, we got all the links in the description for the best deals. We do have, just to go over it right quick, it's not the one we wanted. My Funded Futures has the best deal right now, $90, 50K account, no activation fee. Link in the description for that if you guys are interested. Yeah, Oracle's on ATOS. I think he is still using Quan Tower too, though. I got to use Quan Tower because of the trade copier. Really kind of locked in on it. Unless I want to change things up when I buy new accounts, but we'll see. I'd really have to probably go with Trade of 8 on some of my account selections to be able to use my Replicanto copier, which we may eventually do, or either just use Replicanto for one set of accounts at a time. We'll see. Yeah, this is Quantower is my platform. The brokers, yes, they are legit. Apex, Topstep, Bulenox, Take Profit Trader, and My Funded Futures. Those are the ones that we recommend right now. You're on Apex right now, on Tradeovate? Yeah. Yeah, I like the Apex copiers. Very similar to Replicanto. They're basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. All right, I'm probably going to go. I mean, that 2 minutes not that noticeable. So I'm probably going to stick with the 3 minute here. That's the one that has the gap that's the most noticeable there. Even though it's not hugely noticeable. This account right here is going to be an eval. I always trade eval during London, but maybe eventually we switch over to the fundeds during London. I typically do pretty well in London, so I'm not opposed to trading a funded account during London. But for today, we're probably just going to stick to the eval here. This is 100,000 eval. It's actually one that I got for free from Topstep there. When they were giving out those free evals, I guess a few people got the 100Ks for free. I was a lucky winner of the 100K. So we'll see if we can't get it funded. We're up 1,000. Just got to get, I think, to 106 or something like that. I haven't really went heavy in this account yet. I think the most contracts I've taken is 2 on any given trade. So even though it's 100K, I'm still treating it very similar to what I would a funded account. So this thing's just got legs, guys. This thing's just continuing to go. Oh. Karthik, good morning. This thing might be going for 74 there. It's kind of that external liquidity there. Let's kind of look at the 1 hour. You can see we held this, well, there's no gap there. Yeah, we held this gap. We bounced right out of this gap yesterday, 10 a.m. This thing could just go up. It doesn't bode well for an inversion model, but we typically expect the Asia low to be ran, but it may not today. This might be one of those days where it just doesn't get it. But there are a lot of equal lows below, so. We'll see what happens. Asham, good morning. You bought over 500 shares of AMC earlier. We'll see. Hopefully for your sake, the bottom is in. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. There's not really anything on the larger time frames kind of holding us down here. We already closed above that. Woo! We got to go way to the left. Way to the left. All right. That's too far. That's too far. There's not really anything holding us down there. We could just run straight to these highs. That might be what happens. That could be what happens. I mean, if we are going to 75, you know, we can't really get in until we get something like that. And then we would look for an inversion in there. You always got to keep an open mind, right? I expect these equal lows that are below to be ran. Really, all these equal lows, price you would think has to come back to that, but doesn't always happen, right? And we got equal lows here, equal lows here, equal lows here. So I'm expecting price to come back and clean this up. But it doesn't have to, I guess. It does what it wants. It does what it wants. All right, we're going to keep a watch on the 3 minute here. Now the 1 minute open off stream. So we do get a 1 minute inversion set up. We may take it. I got to disconnect my Buley. And reconnect. Disconnect and reconnect here. All right, now it's working right. I don't know. Something's up with the Buley. It's not showing me the reloaded chart. All right, here we go. Now we got it. Nebula says sell. Yeah, it does. But we got to wait for confirmation. Still just dead soul candles there. Nothing nothing concrete yet. Just dead soul candles right now. We'll be patient for this first hour here. If we don't get our setup, we'll wait. We'll be patient. And we'll see what transpires. We'll see what transpires. No point in being super aggressive because we just wait. We'll just wait and see. Like I said, everything about the hourly chart, the 4 hour, it all looks bullish. But typically in London, I like to see one side swept first and then ride price to the other So we swept the highs, so you would kind of expect us to maybe go back to the 694, which is what, 60, 70 point move for London. That's a pretty big move. So it might be that we just continue higher here. So if we get a bullish inversion set up, we'll probably take it if it checks all the boxes. Going to need to deliver from a fair value gap, leave a nice obvious gap, and then inverse it, and then we can ride it up to these highs. I wouldn't love it. It does break the rules, sort of, because we do have all these equal lows below, and these are exact equal lows. They're not relative. So any longs here would really kind of break the rules there. So I don't know if we'll actually take the inversion or not. It would have to be super clean and obvious. So at the very least, even if we don't get the Asia low, which there's equal lows down here too, 707 probably would be the target. And that's also Friday's high, I believe. No, it's not. That's not Friday's high. Friday's high is, where was that at? Right there. The 5th, 39. So we're just going to wait for us to get some sort of inversion set up, and we'll take it. Otherwise, we just watch it. We're just sitting on the sidelines, just watching. That's what trading is a lot of times. Waiting on your setup to come, waiting on your model to form, and then you smack it. Then you just slap it. But if the nebula does pop out the bottom, if we pop out the bottom in the nebula there, then maybe we just take a momentum short, but we'll see. So far, it's not there. I feel like we're going for this 74.50 area. We're too close to it not to get it, I think. But is there an opportunity for us to take a long into that area? Not really. Not unless we're just jumping in on momentum. I mean, we did have a 30-second inversion, but a little bit sketch to take that. You could have. You'd already be in the profit at break even. Probably would just be a break even trade anyway. Like I said, in order for me to jump in long, it's going to have to be obvious. It's got to be obvious. Definitely leaning more towards the shorts. So for right now, we're just waiting. That's all we can do. For a short or for a long? No NL low one. Sammy, good morning. I mean, for a short, we're going to have to break this 3-minute gap here, close below it. For a long, we would have to hold the 3-minute. So, like, if we're looking for a short, then we want to see a close below here. And then we target these equal lows. For a long, we want to see price hold this gap, to not close below, and leave some sort of obvious fair value gap here that we can inverse. So for a long, we'd want to see one of these gaps to hold. Price pull back, hold the gap, leave another fair value gap that we can inverse, and then we can target these. We can target buy side. But with all these equal lows below, makes it very difficult to take along. I mean, look at all these equal lows. Equal lows here, equal lows here, equal lows here, equal lows here, and then equal lows here, all the way down to 707. So many equal lows below makes it tough to long. It's actually against the rules to take along with equal lows below. Doesn't mean I can't do it. It's just against the rules, that's all. So really leaning towards the shorts, but and again, a nebula is kind of we could scalp a Rooney off the nebula. Could target kind of the 748 area. Nebula is starting, it'll get a little momentum here to the downside. I mean, it doesn't look like a bad. You risk about 7-8 handles here. Stop just back above the swing. So if we were being aggressive, I would take a short here. Stop to break even for this the break of this swing here. So if you wanted to be aggressive, you could. Whoop. And once you got below here, you just break even, stop it. You could take a scalp here. This, if we do get a push back up, maybe I do take a short. We'll see. I mean, we're almost guaranteed to come back to breach this, but it's only a few points. Could leave these here, but I doubt it. Like I said, the low-hanging fruit target would just be 48.50 because that's the first gap, right? If you were taking the short here. We are bouncing off the back of the nebula there, but it looks like we're going to get through it. So if you're trading the nebula, this kind of would be your short. Stop just at the top. You're in short 1 micro. Nice job. I think you'll be all right on that super tide, but it could, you know, when you're this bullish, it's hard to take a short, right? Although we do leave, you know, you left those equal lows. So I don't see how we don't at least run those, but it's not a huge W. It's not a huge win. If you got in up here at like 58, then I would, it's tight. You probably just get stop break even, but as soon as we broke these equal lows, I'd be break even stop. Just to protect yourself. Could always re-enter. Thing is, if we break below the 55s here, you should see a little bit of an elevator, right? Should. A little bit of an elevator down there. So we could jump in on an aggressive short here. It's not really my model. It's not my setup, but you could. I don't hate the look of it. I don't hate it. Now you're flat. I think it comes back. I mean, I don't think it's, you know. We could still go up and just leave these, come back to them later. But I really Wouldn't expect that, but I guess price could do that. Does price mostly come down up to repair equal lows or highs? Yes, in low. It does not like to leave equal highs and lows in place. Now, the problem is like, when does it come back to them, right? So like, you could take the short here and be like, oh, it's going to take these equal lows. Well, it might not take them right now. I mean, it might, it might do that and then come back. So it's the risk you run. But what's the risk to reward here? I mean, like, your stop's 4.5 points. So even if you just target these, so 1-to-1 from here, pretty much a 1-to-1 risk to reward here. If it goes back above the high, you just kill it. It comes down here, you make 5 points. So that's also a way you could kind of look at it there. That's not my model here to take this short. I could. The risk to reward's fine. I mean, you're literally risking 3 handles right now. 2 contracts, you're risking 120 for like 240. So it's not a bad risk to reward. I'm just not taking it, but it's not bad. And pretty high probability that this would work with these equal lows here, at least through here. It's just not my model to get in. So if I were feeling aggressive this morning, I would have taken that entry. But I'm not feeling super aggressive right now. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. All right, let's check the news while we got a minute here. Let's see if we got anything today. And that's about to hit. Like I said, the risk to reward on that, 1-to-1. It's not bad. A little over 1-to-1. 1.25 to 1. I didn't hate it. It doesn't have to win all that often in order for that, about 50% of the time for that to be profitable. And I would say that's probably about the win percentage on that. No real news today to speak of. ES kind of had a very similar setup there. It already ran the equal lows. I'm feeling like I want to take it, but the R to R is just getting worse and worse now. If I was going to take it, I should have been taking it up there. So we'll just wait. We'll just wait. And actually, you could target lower because I do think if price breaks these lows, we should get some expansion, if we are pulling back, which is what I anticipate. We should probably get some expansion below those lows. But we are in London, so what does expansion look like? We'll find out. Like I said, not much news today, so it could be a slow session here. May not offer us much. We'll see. We'll just be patient. See what price offers us. That's all we can do. Still holding up at the back of the nebula for now. Bookmap's fine. Super Tide. I mean, if it helps you, then it's fine. Is it needed? I don't think it's needed. But if it helps you, fine. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Anything that can help you trade is perfectly fine. If you find value in it. I've used Bookmap before. I didn't feel that it helped me all that much. Because, like, you can just see on the chart where liquidity rests, right? You know, like I know that there's a decent liquidity pool here on these equal lows here inside of fair value gap. So wicks inside fair value gaps, going to be good liquidity pools. Obviously highs and lows, that sort of thing. So like right now, a lot of stops are probably resting at the 64 if you're trying to catch the reversal. So, but if it helps your trading, it's all that matters. I didn't feel like it was for me, but to each his own, right? Andrew, what's up? No, the yellow line is just something I drew. That's just liquidity. Yellow line is just where liquidity rests. So that's going to be a swing high or swing low. So that's the high from like maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Actually longer than that. Yeah. So a swing high at some point. Oh, are you talking about this one down here? Yeah, that's VWAP. Yeah, that is VWAP down there. And then that's a VWAP band. I don't really use that. The floating line, yeah, that's VWAP. I could probably make that a different color. I think I got it red on most of my charts, but just a VWAP. I don't use too many indicators. I like to have the pivots. I don't even know if the pivots are on here, are they? See if the pivots are even on here. All right, there they are. Where you comma chameleon line. What is that? What is a chameleon line? Your ditch DMAs, so you didn't know. Yeah, I used to have the 20 SMA on my chart. I liked the 20 SMA, but I don't really have anything on there anymore. I like to know where the VWAP is, the pivots, that sort of thing. Man, price is just dead here. We are just dead. From Oracle's videos. I mean, that's the thing, dude. You know, I could take this down. Could try to. May go to bed soon. Super tired. Yeah, it is flat. What's up, Gico? CDF? Don't know what that is. XDF, CDF trader and want to start with futures, what prop firm do I recommend? Oh, well, right now I'd say if you're just starting with futures, just go with the cheapest one. And that would be probably APEX, 71% off right now. It's like about $45 to start an account. Or Topstep, $49. Something like that. Really depends on I mean, I would probably recommend if you're confident in your trading ability and you think you can pass in one try, then my funded futures has the best upfront cost right now of $90. Link in the description for that. And these are the codes for the My Funded Futures. So $90, no activation fee to get a 50K account. FEB10. Really just depends on your experience. Just depends on your experience. This thing is teasing me to take this short. You can leave some runners to the download with trailing drawdown. Yeah. That's the only thing, was the drawdown would suck if it went the wrong way, if it didn't hit your TP. Yeah, they're not that expensive. I mean, you can just pick one. I mean, I like. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're used to the intraday trailing drawdown, then Apex is fine. If you want to end a day, kind of a daily loss limit of 1,000, and your end of day drawdown calculated at the end of the day, then go with Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures, or Topstep. So I like the end of day drawdown personally, but can you manage the intraday? Sure. Certainly can. Certainly can. It keeps teasing me to take the short here. I mean, it's just a 3-point stop. So let's just kind of see what happens here. Do I want to just take it? I mean, it's almost a guaranteed 5 points. I mean, really, it really is almost a guaranteed 5-point move there, but could also hit you. It could also stop you, but we'll see what happens. We'll just wait. You wait for London Open? Yeah, 8 minutes, Wolfie. 8 minutes is correct. Yeah, I mean, technically it opened already, but technically it was open there, but not real much activity until 3. That's usually why I usually just start my stream at 3, but the thing is, like, last week, a couple of the setups came between 2 and 3. I think Kill Zone starts at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm in Georgia in the United States in low 1. And taxes, not really a big deal. You're a 1099. You get a 1099 in the mail. It's not really a big deal. Good morning, Bob. Yeah, they just send you a 1099. $10.99 miscellaneous. I didn't get a huge amount of payouts last year, so. All right, we're starting to push here. Like I said, I mean, the draw could be to 74. We're going to come back and clean up these lows, equal lows, but how do we get there is the question. How do we get there? That's always the question. Like, you can know where the market's going, but you don't know how it's getting there. And that's the problem. So let's just see what we get. Who's my favorite country singer? Super Todd automatically assumes I love country music. My favorite country singer. No, we don't have to do anything like that in low. The documentation they send us does all of it for us. Favorite country singer? I don't know. I don't know. I like, we'll say, I like Kenny Chesney for like his old, he has a lot of hits, a lot of good songs. I like Old Dominion. I don't know if you're familiar with Old Dominion. They're a popular group. They've had a couple of good albums, but I like Kenny Chesney probably. Hard to pick just one, really, to be honest. I listen to a lot. Yeah, you don't have to document anything in low one. All they care about is profit and loss, and so they send you the documents for that. Like I said, I think the draw is probably higher here, but I don't see how we don't take out some of these lows. I've been to a bunch of concerts. I've been to a lot of concerts. So we're just sitting here watching. We might have a bearish SMT here with the ES. Nasdaq made new highs. ES is not yet. Nebula is saying, I don't know if I want to just take this. Nebula is saying, take this long. I don't know. Nebula saying slap this long. If we just continue higher here, it's going to be tough for us to kind of take an entry without just taking it off momentum. If we're following our rules right there. Let's check the 1 minute here. Hmm. One minute looks like a 15-second chart. All right, so we got a 1 minute setup here. This cosplaying 200 pieces goes either way in 2 minutes. Yeah. Bull edge on the 1 minute. It certainly looks bullish. It certainly looks bullish. I mean, I agree with you there. But we got a lot of low resistance liquidity here. We have equal lows here. So if we close below here, I'm probably going to slap this short. Yeah, for sure, AE. For sure. So I'm probably going to slap this short if we close below. Try to take it down to 755. So not a huge win. But it is difficult to short this bullish of a move, but we shall do it. We're going to slap that short there. We might just get wrecked on it, and that's okay if we do. Close back above, we just take it off. So if it closes back above the gap there, we just kill it. So not huge risk here, but there is risk. The short would totally be counter trend. Yeah, it would be, Andrew. It is. It's definitely counter trend. But we do have this trend line liquidity. So I do think if we are going to move lower, this should be quick if we move lower here. It could just be wrong. It could just continue higher. But break even stop once we hit the 59s. Once we hit the first target there at 59, we break even stop it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and break even stop it. So break even stop there. Can't lose now. We'd like to see it run on through here, though. So just 2 ticks in profit there just to cover the commissions here. And there we go, stopped out. So we followed the rules on that one. We did take it. A little bit scary to short there. Not a huge profit, right? $95, but it is what it is. Nice liquidity since Cincinnati. Oh, thanks, A&E. That's the mark of a London session as well, manipulation. Yeah, true. Like I said, a little bit of a dangerous short there, but we move our stop to break even at the first internal swing. So easy 5 to 6 points. Yeah, that's all I was looking for. Really, I mean, really there we were looking for like 9, 10 points to these equal lows. I guess it was only 8 points, but the risk was kind of minimal there. You know, probably risking that high there, 5. So basically 1.5 to 1. So thanks, AE. Like I said, I was hoping for more there, but just didn't get it. I probably could have just waited. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have waited for it to move my stop for 55 because this is almost a guarantee. This is almost a guarantee to be hit right here. But following my New York rules, when we hit the internal liquidity, you have to move the stop. So that's why I did. But pretty high probability that this 755 gets hit. And I wouldn't be shocked. You know, this is kind of what we've been waiting on. I mean, I would not be shocked at all, you know, if we don't take it all the way down to the 707s from there. Probably offers us more of an opportunity to get in if we that does happen, but You don't always got to be the first. Just don't be the last. That's all. Yeah, I think so too, I am Sam. Just how does it get there? I mean, we got all these equal lows here. I mean, look at these equal lows. Equal lows here, equal lows here, all the way down to 707, 720. 707 equal lows, equal lows, equal lows. I mean, there's all these equal lows down below. So while this is extremely bullish, you know, you do got all these equal lows. Probably 730 would make the most sense. If you had the stones to kind of hold it. So we took $95 out of something that could pay us a lot more. But we'll see what happens. But shorting something that's kind of showing this kind of strength for the London session is definitely scary. Especially when you're just taking the first entry offered there. But we followed the rules. We did not break the rules. The internal liquidity was just very close. You do got this trend line liquidity with the equal lows. This is almost a guarantee hit. We never want to say 100%, but it's a pretty close. Pretty close that this hits. Easy liquidity run through London. Usually does a charge towards low high, yeah. So, well, when you got these equal lows here and you got this trend line liquidity, this is, like I said, it's what we were looking for, kind of that expansion, and we just didn't get it. As I could have waited for here to move my stop, but I was just a little nervous about taking that that short there. It's like someone said, it's definitely counter trend. And there we go. Bing, bing, bing. So that inversion was perfect. I mean, it checked all the boxes, right? We had a bearish SMT with the ES, which I just now noticed. Inversion, equal lows. I mean, it checked all the boxes. So if you managed that better than I did, congrats. You could still be in this. I mean, if I was still in this, I would try to leave runners at least down to 730, especially if we can close below 746 here on the 3 minute. We're on the 1 minute right now. But if we can close below 736. Now, if you're looking at this from a bullish standpoint, right? Then maybe down here into OTE. I mean, even this level's fine. But if we held this gap here, we could move back up. Now, does this right here check my boxes for a long here? All you got to do is have a sweep of liquidity. A sweep of liquidity, which we swept these lows, these equal lows. If it checks all the boxes, don't think, just hit the button. That's right, ATP. Exactly. What does this look like here to you guys? Does this look like 2022 model? We ran the highs. Market structure shift to the downside. Now, we are on the 1 minute, so depends on what time frame you take it off of. We left the fair value gap here. So we swept this liquidity here. Did we make equal lows here? Not equal lows. I mean, I expect it to still move lower, but if it closed above, would that be an okay long? I think it would. We prefer it to deliver from a fair value gap to have higher probability, but it doesn't have to. And it actually is delivering from a fair value gap there on the 5 minute, I believe, maybe. Yeah, 5 minute. Well, I guess it didn't make it quite to that gap yet on the 5 minute. A couple ticks off. But yeah, so this would kind of be your 2022 model if that's what you traded, your silver bullet type setup. And if you remember yesterday, I didn't like the look of the silver bullet setup, so I was like, it looked like it might be inverse, and it actually was. This one kind of looks a little different. It looks better. So I expect maybe to move lower. Just all these equal lows. All these equal lows. I think this one might hold, but we'll see. If it doesn't, we might slap it if it doesn't. If it does inverse, we might slap it. I would like a deeper. So there we go. That's what we want to see. So now we're definitely delivering from that 5-minute gap. So Nebula was saying short there, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. Nebula was saying slap that short. Two-minute chart. Yeah, I'm switching back and forth to any AE. You could have been in that. Yeah, I was in that. J trades. I was in it, but we just took, we followed our rules. I mean, I didn't break any rule there on taking the 5 points, but certainly didn't break any rules. So now we are definitely delivering from a fair value gap. So if we close above here now, we would hammer that with full size. If we close above. And ES is also bouncing off the Asia high. I took the Asia high off here. I think it's probably, I don't remember where it was. Right in that area. So we're kind of bouncing off the same area. So if we get an inversion here, we will take it. Quick scalp, Wolfie. Nice. Nice job. Nice job. So this one does check all the boxes. We're delivering from a fair value gap. The only thing is, this always happens, it seems like. It always happens. Where's the low? 748.50. It left equal lows. You dirty girl. So it left equal lows, which I hate. I hate. The only see is these gaps in the market where that box you have drawn out figured it would fill that before going back up, right? It could. Doesn't have to. So if we closed above here, then I would expect us to go back to the highs. Maybe even target 75 up there. Could even take the higher, 794 if you wanted. But with us leaving these equal lows, it now breaks my rules to take a long once again. And the reason that is, it's because like price, when you leave equal lows, it's always drawn back to them. So even if it closes above, it's not clean. It's going to be, just chop, chop, chop. I mean, you're not going to get like that clean price action, and then eventually it's going to want to come back down here. Question is, does it take out the high before it comes back down here? Does it come back down here and stops you out? I don't know. So I don't love it when it leaves those equal lows like that. So obviously no close above, no long. And also you do have the internal liquidity right here very close to a close above. So if it hits the internal liquidity before the close above, then that would be no long anyway. And that also would be your break-even stop, which is very close to the top of the box. I mean, that's a super tight stop. So I think there's probably going to be a higher probability that maybe this gap holds and we come back down and take out these equal lows. I'd rather that than a close above. So it is delivering from a fair value gap, but it left equal lows. So that's the problem, I am saying. If having equal lows is not in your rules, then this would be your long duck dong on a close above. So now, not saying it's not going to work because it left equal lows. It could still work. It's just going to be sloppier price action for sure with these equal lows below. There is also still a bearish SMT with ES. ES does have equal highs up there at 71. It's currently at 70. So I don't know. It's going to be one of those interesting spots. It's going to close above because it's going to tempt me to take this long. You know that's what it's going to do. It's going to tease me to take the long. I prefer it to take out these equal lows first. So I don't even want to be tempted to take the long without these equal lows being taken. And also, if it hits the internal liquidity before a close, you know, which is looking like it's probably what it's going to do, then it's just going to be no trade. You could jump in on momentum, I guess, but anybody jumping in on this long, or what are you guys thinking? You waiting for the equal lows to be taken? I'm thinking that's my plan. I'm going to wait for the equal lows to be taken. Even though I am bullish, we got the equal lows here. I almost would prefer a short here over the long, but just keeping an eye on the other time frames over here. Hodl the short, just my style. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that this holds and we come back and take out these equal lows. There's no model here for me to enter unless I just wanted to enter and put my hard stop above that candle, above 62. Could take the short, put the hard stop above 62 there. This would be a pretty solid short, but so I like the way this looks now, but hodl the short, hodl the short. Easier said than done, I guess. If you jumped in here, you'd have to have an 8-handle stop. I guess not the end of the world. It's not huge. Nebula saying short now. Should take out these equal lows. We'll see how price reacts to that area. James, new hours. No, I'm just I'm trading London every day, James. I back to trading the London session there. I kind of want to jump in here, but I am You're in at 762. That's not bad. We might. Got a minute left on this candle. Yeah, I mean, this is your 2022 model for sure. But I don't typically trade the 2022 anymore. Just trying to decide what we want to do. I don't love the equal lows. I don't love the equal lows there. I mean, we could risk our profits with just one contract here. I mean, really, it's like you're risking like $100. James, I don't know if it's more easy. You front run the fair value gap. Well, there was a gap there. There is a gap here. Depends on which one you were looking at. What's the significance in the year of the ICT models? I don't know. It's just in the videos. 2022, he taught mostly like the silver bullet and things like that. I did the 2022 mentorship, so close above here most likely, but you can see we ran the internal liquidity, so no long. Hello, Tom. Tom's over there telling me. Tom saying hey on his stream. So we already hit the internal liquidity there, so no trade for me. But I don't really know the significance to the other models flying. There's so many. There's so many there that he has. All right, in LO1, in low 1. So you could take this long. We didn't really close above there. You can jump in on momentum. I'm just, I don't know. I just don't want to take it. I don't want to take it with equal lows below. It's against my rules. So we had already hit the internal liquidity as well. So if you are in this long, you should be break-even stop now after breaching that swing. If you entered off the 59. Yeah, it's confusing. You have to wait and do we have equal highs? You have to pick one that you like and just go with it. Where do we have equal highs at? J Trades, do we? What time frame? I know we do on the ES. And see, this is kind of what happens when like my rules are, I'm not going to take it with equal lows below like this. Like it's against the rules. So even though I like the setup, it checked all the other boxes, but it just had to leave these equal lows, which keeps me out of it. 15-minute chart. I mean, they're relative equal highs. They're not really that equal. But there she goes. There she blows. That 774 level you got? No. Yeah, there is a. Well, I don't know if that's equal highs. I think maybe it is relatively equal highs. There's relatively equal highs up there at the 90s too. So it would be nice if you do some polls in the chat every day at Streamlabs. Can take care of that, right? Yeah, of course. Smart sticking to your plan. Yeah, that's the thing, Blaze. Like, trying to follow my rules, and the rules say you don't long with equal lows below. So even though it hurts to watch price continue higher, you got to just follow the rules, right? Not now compared to then, but several row back. Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't remember when I put that there. I think they're relatively equal highs. I don't think they're perfect, but and then we just left equal highs there, although they're right next to each other. Although they're right next to each other. So ES still left those equal highs there as well at the 71 to a tick. I was trying to watch here and see which chart. So he would have been targeting the swing there for sure. And looks like this might be break even on the runners if you had a runner. Caught it both ways. Nice. No problem, Andrew. We'll see you for New York. See you for the New York. All right. 3 minute is kind of looking the cleanest here. So like I said, that trade worked. You should be stopped out break even at this point. Just against my rules there to take it. Feels bad to watch it go without you, but at the same time, you know, following rules is important as well. We have a 3 minute gap here. This is the only time frame that we actually have this gap, unless it's on the 5 minute. Nope. 3 minute only here. We do have the equal lows below. So close below minute and 23 seconds we probably would enter, but I feel like it probably hits these equal lows before it closes. This will be a good momentum short. This wouldn't be a bad momentum short here. So it looks like we're probably going to close below here. The only thing is, do we run liquidity to the upside? Not really. We ran some. So there's the close below. I'm going to take this light. Very light here. And break-even stop is going to be probably 53 will be my break-even stop. Most likely will just be a break-even trade here, but we'll see if we get some expansion or if we don't. So there's the break-even. And we're just going to target the equal lows here. So stop's already at break even here. Can't lose. Let's see if we get some expansion towards these equal lows. Did I take a long? What did I do here? Did I hit the wrong button? Guys, I think I... Did I hit a long? What am I doing here? I accidentally took a long. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Why did I do that? I accidentally took a long there instead of a short. I was looking at my P&L and I was like, wait a second, it's not going up. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's embarrassing. Well. Oh, now my long would have been paying. Oh man. I legit took a long there. I meant to take a short. You guys know I meant to take a short, right? So I would have been a break-even short anyway. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Can I believe I did that? Can I believe I did that? If you guys haven't already hit the like button for me, subscribe if you like seeing the wrong direction action here. Yeah, it happens. I mean, what can you do? I was looking. I was like, how am I? What's going on here? Yeah, bound to happen. Yeah. I cannot believe I did that. All right, I might jump back in short here. It's going to be a little higher risk. All right, let's jump in short. So we might lose on this one. We did kind of hit the internal where we're supposed to go to break even already. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we go to break even if we break this swing again. If we close back above, we just take it off for a loss there, which will feel bad. But if we do, we do. If we do, we do. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, if we close above here, then obviously that's a long duck dong. So, well, let's see what happens. J trades. Let's hope. Let's go. We don't know. Like I said, this kind of Well, it is breaking the rules. There's no two ways around it. We already hit the internal, this little swing here. So certainly much higher risk here on this. So we'll see what happens. So again, a close back above, we take it off. We get through the swing here, we go break even. So let's see if we can rip back down here. Nebula looking like we might get a sell signal too, so we'll kind of watch that, but this will be like a $200 trade if we can hit it. So we'll see. Could be about the same as a loser there, so as soon as we hit that swing, go to break even. So it hit our first TP there. So let's see if it runs these lows. Risk off trade now. Come on. Don't you do me dirty. That's one tick away from my TP. One tick. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a dirty girl. That was one tick away. Oh, man. It's not my morning, guys. It's not my morning. Look at that. One tick from my take profit. Literally one tick. How? It's fine. I mean, I guess we got to be happy with it, right? Got to be happy with it, I guess. A break-even trade is still a win after what we just had happen. So feels bad though. Left $140 on the table there. So would have gave us our 250 goal for the morning. That's all right. We left those equal lows there too, so you know what's going to happen. It's going to come back to them. She was a dirty girl. She one-ticked us. We got our loss back, so. The thing is, like, normally I probably would have trailed that down, but the rules are I don't move my stop. So if it hits, it hits. You know, obviously my break-even stop really should have been up here, which it probably would get hit now. But our entry was a bit lower. ES bouncing off the 68s there once again. ES does have equal highs. So maybe that's why we're kind of getting pulled back up here. ES left equal highs up there at the 71s. But hey, it is what it is. We could re-enter for the exact same position pretty much, but almost a guarantee hit here. I mean, we said, it's almost a guarantee, right? It should hit, but don't love these wicks on the bottom of the 1 minutes or 3 minute here. So we're up $100. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. What up, range trader? What up? Good morning. Good morning. This should run through 48. Should. We're not going to jump back in. But we're not in it. Yeah, it's looking weaker here. Losing the 68s. I mean, this price action's just not much you can do here. We already entered twice. Once we entered long. I still can't believe I did that. I cost myself $90 or something like that there. 4 points, $80 plus the fee. So not only did we cost ourselves $85, we, not that we would have been stop break even anyway. But I was considering taking some profit because I didn't like the speed of it there. And wait for it. Wait for it. She just wanted to be a dirty girl. And there, finally. It's not liking the ES just slapped the VWAP. Yeah, it would have been cash there, but unfortunately, no cash. No cash for me. Oh well, what can you do? Missed a few points there, but is what it is. Couple of mistakes for me, but we're still green. So at the end of the day, hey, that's what's most important, right? Still green. Any equal lows left down here? We got equal lows down here, 731. We talked about that's kind of an OTE there. If the ES loses the VWAP here, then we could continue down to the VWAP. The ES kind of holds right here. Then we're obviously delivering from a fair value gap, so let's see if there's... I mean, ultimately, I do believe the draw is higher. I just don't love all the equal lows that are left. I mean, technically, that was kind of your silver bullet setup right there, really. Well, I guess what time is it? 3:21. Yeah. We did shift structure here with this little swing. I mean, you probably would have wanted that one. Would have felt better about it, but trade back up in, held the 3-minute gap there, and selling back down. If you close below here on the 3-minute, it's not a whole lot holding this up on the 3-minute chart. I know this is a 5-minute gap, but I'd like to see what happens here. I'm not going to, oops, I didn't mean to move that. Not going to take this because obviously the entry was above there. Entry was above there, so so we'll see here. If this thing closes below, we are in OTE, so I don't want to be shorting. Do you want to be shorting an OTE? Probably not. Probably not, but we do have equal lows down here at the 31s. More of an idea of a long, maybe from here. Maybe we pull back into the 5-minute and then kind of go back up. So let's just see what happens. I kind of expect us to hold here. Bouncing out of there. Could be a 30-second long duck dong over here. I don't really like using the 30-second, but there's no real long on the it's no long here on the 1-minute or the 3-minute there. There's no real, unless you kind of get above here. You could long duck dong here. There are equal lows below, but it is quite a ways away there. So we may take a long here. Let's see. Kind of watching the 30-second over here. I mean, there's nothing obvious in here. All right, if we close above here, all right, this is going to be aggressive, guys. I'm going to take a long here. This is going to be aggressive. Watching the 30-second chart here. So if we close back below on the 30-second here, we just take it off. Looking like that's what it wants to do. Like I said, very aggressive here. Very, very aggressive. Have I been able to do the... No. What? Surely have not. Oh. Rip it. ES back to the VWAP there. We bounced off the VWAP. On the ES there. We're in some drawdown now. All right, we may just have to kill this. $21 seconds left on this candle. We're going to see how it closes. We could give it a little bit more time here. See if we hold this gap or not. It's not really how we trade typically, so I should be out right now. But let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. We got the finger on the trigger here, just seeing what happens. All right, I think I'm going to close it. We're going to eat it. Now, we missed a couple of our setups today, White Mild. We didn't take them because they were against our rules. This really wasn't a setup. I should have taken it off when we closed below the first time, but I tried to give it more room. I took it off to 30 second, which I don't really typically use. I accidentally entered long when I was trying to take a short. I just did a couple of things that I don't normally do. But it is what it is. We may end up red. We might end up red. Southside player was up. Looks like gold is giving the play. Maybe. Got the equal lows down here at 731. Feel like we're probably going for those now. Nebula saying short. Pop it back up here, holding that gap so far. popping back up there. That's what we were looking for a minute ago. We didn't get it. That's what we were looking for a minute ago, and we did not get it. All right. Now the I don't know. Is this thing going to trap me long again? I don't know. I'm thinking about a long, but we just tried this exact same long. I guess it's what's kind of a liquidity grab there. So this looks a little stronger. ES back above the VWAP. But as soon as I enter, you know what will happen. All right. We're going to take this off the nebula. Not really sure where my stop should be, but so if we push above the swing here, we'll go break even. Nebula says long duck dong, so we're going to take it off that. We delivered from a gap down here. If we lose on this trade, we'll probably be down $600, $700. So we'll see. If we can hit the W here, then we'll end the stream in the green. We'll see what happens. And of course, the ES right back to the VWAP now. If that ES gets back below that VWAP, I'm gonna throw a rock at it. I'm going to throw a rock at it. This is why I don't like I-field trades. Maybe she goes, but if the ES loses that VWAP, we're going to kill it. It will probably kill it, and then it'll go. And ES is losing the VWAP there once again. Just trap me. Same trade twice. Basically. Probably going to be the same result. Not a good look here. All right. There you go. That's why you don't take those trades. We already know that. Well, I guess we jinxed ourselves. That's going to be the first losing London session there in a while. But it is what it is. Sometimes it's going to happen. We'll see if we can't get it back during the New York. That's going to do it for me, guys. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. If you are interested in trading futures, got all the links down below. Trader Oracle will be with us live on the New York session there. So join us for that. And we'll see you guys then.